everyone, welcome to the NDTV Auto Show. I'm your host Mugdha Mishra. We have got lots of interesting stories planned for you in the show. But let's start the show with the first. I'm talking about TVS Apache RTX, which is TVS's first adventure bike. How is it? Let's find out.
We have got our hands on the brand new TVS Apache RTX300. This is the brand's first adventure bike and comes with a price tag of 1.99 lakh rupees. Well, all of those is good, but is it ready to handle the responsibilities that come with the Apache badge? And is it ready to take the brand off the tarmac and into a new territory? Well, we had these questions on our mind before we rode the bike, and now we have got some answers. So stick around. Well, since the engine is the highlight of the bike, we wanted to talk about it first. When the brand launched the bike, they claimed that the engine is calm and has a linear torque curve. After riding the bike for 60 odd kilometers, I can confirm that. But there's a bit of an issue with the vibration. During the high RPM ranges, you get a bit of the vibrations through the handle and other parts. Furthermore, if you are a rider who wants to go faster in a straight line, the engine is not for you. It lacks a bit of the aggression that you might get from the other rivals. And if you are someone who likes to go faster in a straight line, you have to reconsider. Although it doesn't disappoint when you are overtaking. The 35 HP of power that comes from the 299cc engine is quite enough if you are someone who doesn't want to go very fast but want enough of a grunt.
Talking of going fast, the highest output of torque comes much later in the curve, hence the lack of aggression. Adding to that, the engine feels very tractable in the lower gears when you are riding on plain roads. However, once you get on the inclines, it requires you to downshift and rev up to give the best result. Since we are talking about revving up, it is worth mentioning that it is a really good sounding bike.
The next topic is the heating. Well, the brand claimed that they have water and oil cooling for the engine, which doesn't disappoint. Even if when you are in traffic, the temperature of the engine is very well maintained. And if it goes beyond the limit, the radiator comes into play and it goes back to the normal range. Because of the bi-directional quick shifter and slip and assist clutch, you won't have much of problem shifting gears, but there were times when the gearbox felt a little bit clunky. And I would like to mention that there was a problem with the throttle. At times, because of the ride-by-wire system, the response of the throttle was a bit delayed. Well, that was all about the engine. Now let's talk about the comfort that we get from the bike. While the engine keeps its calm, the rider is also relatively calm on the seat because it has got a lot of space to move around, as you can see. Furthermore, with a height of 835 mm, it is not a very high seat, especially paired with the handlebar. It gives you a very relaxed sitting position.
If you are someone above 6 feet, you will have a good time riding the bike. However, people with a height of around 5 feet 5 inches might have to tiptoe when the bike comes to a halt.
After riding for 1.5 hours, I can say that you can be comfortable here, but I wish there was a bit more cushioning on the seat. While the comfort on the seat matters a lot, what matters even more is how the bike handles itself on the road. Well, because of the soft suspension, when you are on the road, it handles the undulations very well. And even when you are going off-road, the suspension still performs well.
The bike gives you enough comfort to bolt through uneven surfaces without getting off the seat. Even though it's not a machine designed for rally, you can rely on it to get you out of the trickiest situations. The riders will have their fair share of freedom to enjoy the trails as much as they do on the highways.
Similarly, the brakes have a good bite to them, especially the front one has a very good bite to it, and it inspires a lot of confidence, while the rear one steals a little bit of it because of its softness. With the comfort checked, let's talk about the features. Well, this is the area where the RTX excels. TVS has given it a 5-inch screen which packs a lot of features like traction control, ABS modes and multiple riding modes.
Honestly, I didn't feel much difference between the urban, rain and tour modes. But switch to rally mode and things start to get interesting. You can turn off ABS and traction control, letting the bike breathe freely and show its true off-road potential.
Apart from that, you get Smart X Connect, which gives you access to map on the dashboard, which is a very convenient feature and has been in a lot of talk since we got it on the Himalayan 450. To use these features, TVS has given all the controls on the handlebar. These ensure that you don't have to remove your hand from the bar while riding, and you have got 2 arrow buttons and a selector button to go through these features. Apart from that, you get the cruise control button here only. Since we have already talked about ride, handling and the features of the bike, let's talk about the looks. Well, TVS has given it a twin headlamp design, which takes a bit of a time to grow on you, but it does look attractive, especially combined with the little bit of the fairing and the muscular tank. It gives a proper adventure bike feel. Looking at the rear end, you get a very sleek design which is a bit sporty, and with the 150 cross section tires, it looks hot.
Adding to that, the 17-inch rear wheel paired with the 19-inch front gives the Apache RTX300 a well-balanced stance. It not only looks proportionate but also signals its dual sport nature. Stable for long highway runs yet nimble enough for light off-roading. The purpose-built dual-terrain tires further enhance its grip and confidence across changing surfaces, completing the bike's adventure-ready setup.
If you are someone who wants to prepare the bike for touring and enhance its looks, TVS is offering a lot of accessories. You can get a tail bag, tank bag and even knuckle guards to enhance the look of the bike and its functionality. Coming to the final question, who should buy this bike? This bike is for someone who is looking for an adventure tourer on a budget. And if you are someone who prefers touring more than off-roading, this bike is definitely for you.
However, if you decide to take it off the road to have some fun on a trail, it won't disappoint you.
Furthermore, the tech-savvy nature of the bike is a cherry on top. Well, that was all about the bike.
Hello and welcome to NDTV. We are in Sugo, Japan, the iconic race circuit that's been created by Yamaha, maintained by it, and it's 50 years of this race circuit and 70th anniversary for the Asian two-wheeler giant. This is a celebration in itself where we see models over the years on display here. Well, we take a closer look at what's being offered here, and also there is technology that we can experience. So join this journey with me as I tell you more about this very special motorcycle day from Yamaha. If you thought Yamaha only manufactured motorcycles, then meet the OX9911. A F1 inspired supercar that was built back in 1990s. The loud and throaty V12 exhaust set the mood for an exciting day at Sugo Sportland. Producing close to 400 odd horsepower, the OX9911 was blistering quick, clocking 0 to 100 in just 3.2 seconds. But for large part, the public display was all about two-strokes and retro motorcycles that are priceless today. Owners found special connect with these models, which in many ways have been iconic for the brand. So it's just not an exhibition of motorcycles from different eras, but if you are an enthusiast who has stepped into such a fan zone, here Yamaha also helps you to go and understand things that are acting behind the skin of it. As you can see things here, there are stalls which are talking about paint quality, suspension, even deeper hardware, such as the new YAMT technology that they have developed and rolled out last year with the MT-09. There's so much on offer, there's so much knowledge. If you are a biking enthusiast, be it a Yamaha owner or not, there is a lot to learn here. Of many things I looked at for the first time, the YAMT gearbox grabbed my attention. The new technology has been recently rolled out in the MT-09, and the engine cross-section gave me a proper glimpse of how it works under the skin. So much to learn, so much hands-on activity going in here. It feels more like I have walked into a physics class where I can learn things real practical, and also how people are having an interest and looking out things. It really fills my heart with joy how Yamaha has really brought this from lab to factory now to the people. The Sugo Sportland has been a center of competitive motorcycling action for years now. Multiple races like SRO Japan Cup, Super GT Cup and Formula Drift Japan have happened here. Yamaha owners or otherwise, the motorcycle day was a spectacle that welcomed one and all. A truly global brand with rich legacy, Yamaha has a story to tell, and I believe back at home you also have a Yamaha story of yourself. Well, I go back with a lot of insights and a hope, a wish that Yamaha also brings global models, as you can see on my frame, for our market.
I am with Citroen Basalt, but it has the suffix X attached to it. Does it get the X factor? Let's find out. Every time Citroen launched a product, most of the time you will see reviewers say that they love the product, but there is always that but. And Citroen now has tried to get rid of that but by adding lots of features and lots of tech. Now let me show you what all changes on the outside and on the inside. You now get this much improved key. You also get keyless entry. That means if you have the key in your pocket, you just walk close to the car and the car will unlock itself. There is this LED fog lamp in the front. Otherwise, not much has changed in the looks, and to be fair, Basalt is a good looking car, did not need many changes in the exterior looks. You get these 16-inch dual tone alloys, look very nice. Citroen should consider giving a better alternative for these flap style old school looking door handles. There is this sloping roof, shark fin antenna, and these bulges here which hide the hinges, and this nice little chunk which gives it a pinched out effect, and it looks nice. The rear also looks very good. Let me show you that. In my opinion, the rear of Basalt X, it's its most striking feature, and trust me, it's not easy to design the rear of SUV coupe. We have seen many examples where the rear looks odd, but this one looks very well designed. The large and expressive tail lamp, they look very good and add to the look of the rear of the Basalt. Now you have the Basalt X badging here. And I also want to show you the boot space. It's 470 liters of boot space, large enough to carry large size bags as well. Now the big changes have happened on the inside. Let me take you there. And before I take you inside, Citroen did give keyless entry but forgot to remove the keyhole. And the moment you enter the space, you realize that the interiors have changed for the better. You have this very fresh looking dashboard. They have completely changed the look of the dashboard. You have this layered approach to the dash now, this black plastic material with this golden insert and this brown leatherette material wrapping you around. It goes on to the door panel as well, and there is ambient light. And what I want to show you in ambient light is you see these ridges here, there is a texture here, and this is where the ambient light comes from. Here there's ambient lighting here and on this, and when that light comes in the night on this textured surface, it looks very nice. It makes a pattern and gives a very nice elegant look. Now let me switch on the car, and for that I don't need the key because I get the start button now. Basalt now gets a fully digital driver display. It looks much bigger in size. It is a 7-inch screen and there's a lot of bezel around it. I would have preferred a larger screen size, but the clarity and the graphics on this driver display is also very crisp and clear. You have the same size for the infotainment screen, but now this is a much crisper and the graphics look a little bit more cleaner, and you also get 360-degree camera output here, and the camera output, at least for the time that I have used it, which is during the day, the clarity is pretty good. I hope it is equally effective in the night, and there are lot of tech additions in the car. You get wireless charger here, a very good looking center console area, but handbrake, and I would have preferred if they had considered adding electronic parking brake, but that's maybe in the next update. They have also changed the design of the AC vents. You have these vertical design with this gold insert. Again, this also adds to the look of the car. These seats, first of all, they are leatherette. They look much better. This black and brown combination looks nice, and now they are ventilated. You get the switches for the control for the passenger seat on the side, and mine is here on my side. And now you get auto dimming IRPM, but no sunroof. However, one very important and convenient feature, cruise control, has been added to Basalt X. Basalt also gets a virtual voice assistant. Hey Kara, I need to go to the airport, T1, Indira Gandhi International Airport. What time should I leave? And my flight is at around 6. When should I leave? How much time will it take for me to reach there?
Since your flight is at around 6 o'clock, I recommend leaving at least 2 to 3 hours earlier to ensure you have enough time for check-in and security procedures. Therefore, aim to leave by around 3:30 to 3:30 p.m. As for travel time, I was unable to obtain precise real-time traffic information or direct public transport options. However, it's always wise to check a navigation app like Google Maps or Waze before you leave to get the latest traffic updates and suggested routes. If you have any other questions or need further assistance, just let me know. Safe travels!
Thanks, Kara. By the way, it also understands Hindi. Hey, Kara, मुझे चॉकलेट केक की रेसिपी बताओगे?
जरूर, चॉकलेट केक बनाने की रेसिपी ये है। #ingredients: all-purpose flour 1 3/4 cups, 2 cocoa powder 3/4 cup, sugar 2 cups, 4 baking powder.
Well, Kara, I changed my mind. I don't want to bake the cake. Let it be.
No problem at all. If you change your mind again, or if there's anything else you'd like to know or do, just let me know. I'm here to help.
It takes a bit of time, but it is effective and quite fun. Now, let me take you to the rear seat. If you're looking for a mid-size SUV and you haven't considered Basalt yet, I would urge you to consider Basalt only because of this rear space. And let me tell you, not much has changed on this rear space. Of course, you have this new upholstery which is perforated and this dual color, and that adds to the look, but just see the space that you get. Very good amount of knee room, good foot space. You can adjust the thigh support. I mean, this is an amazing design element that Citroen has added, that you can adjust the thigh support to make the seat absolutely comfortable for you. Very comfortable headrest, armrest with cup holders, space to keep some small things there, 2-seater charging point, AC vent, seat pocket, large size bottle holders in the door pocket. Absolutely comfortable space. The only complaint I have on this rear seat is that if there are 3 people sitting, the center passenger will find this rear protruding armrest to be a bit of annoyance. And you have 3 3-point seat belts, but no load sensors. Basalt X gets the same engine choices as Basalt. The entry level is a 1.2-litre naturally aspirated 3-cylinder petrol that delivers 82 HP and 115 Nm of torque and is paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox. If you want automatic, you have to choose 1.2-litre turbocharged 3-cylinder petrol, which produces 110 HP and 190 Nm of torque when mated to 6-speed manual, or a stronger 205 Nm when paired with 6-speed torque converter automatic. But what has changed is the pricing. You would normally expect prices to rise with added features, but Citroen has done the opposite. The Basalt X range now starts at Rs 7.95 lakhs and goes up to 12.89 lakhs for the top max variant. Depending on the variant, prices have actually been reduced by Rs 35,000 to approximately Rs 1 lakh. Interestingly, the original Basalt will continue to be on sale alongside the new Basalt X. Basalt was always a very sorted product in terms of its performance and its ride quality, handling, steering performance, all were great. The only thing was that it was lacking on some features. But now Citroen has added the features that people will like, and now it is a worthy competitor in the mid-size SUV segment.
Electric car sales seem to have broken the threshold finally with multifold adoption. At 91,000 units, the first 6 months of fiscal 25-26 have seen a EV sales cover 86% of what was sold last year. In the previous financial year, around 107,000 electric vehicles were sold. This indicates the growth in adoption of electric vehicles by customers.
हम नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स लेकर के आ रहे हैं। ये दिवाली के अंदर आपके लिए तोहफा बन जाएंगे।
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the GST 2.0 reforms, which came into effect from September 22nd, have given a significant push to the domestic automotive industry. Car sales more than doubling to over 500,000 units. Market observers say that the retail total of the entire passenger vehicle industry between the implementation of new GST rates on September 22nd and Diwali could be anywhere between 6.5 to 7 lakh units. Maruti Suzuki said that its Jimny 5-door has crossed a cumulative export milestone of 1 lakh units since its launch in June 2023 in India. The vehicle, manufactured exclusively in India, is now exported to more than 100 countries, including Japan, Mexico, Australia, South Africa, and Chile. Toyota has revealed the new entry point to its Land Cruiser series in the form of Reborn FJ, which stands for Freedom and Joy. The new Toyota Land Cruiser FJ will make its public debut at the upcoming Japan Mobility Show. The new FJ is 4.6 meter long, boxy upright SUV. The interior is similar to the larger Prado. The FJ gets 2.7 litre petrol as the only engine option.
I hope you liked the show today. If you like watching auto related content, join us on our YouTube channel NDTV Auto. Don't forget to subscribe and press that bell icon so that you get notified every time we upload a video. You can also follow us on your favorite social media platform. I will see you next week. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.